experience. I know Flom's certainly been very impactful with that AWP. This is a really good chance for Mythic to be able to prove themselves against another top dog in the NA scene. And they're going to be starting off on the T side of Vertigo, Jay.
Indeed they will, yes. Again, mostly looking towards these T sides for both of these two teams. Mythic had a great T side a couple days ago, so let's see whether they can replicate it out here. Pistols come out. Poland has the double flash and smoke. We've got Brass Faction with the single defuse and the two flashes in for him. And Az is going to start peeking up aggressive in towards this corner. Brass in, going to take that by spamming through, and Poland gets that pick back. Jacob with two taps to two heads immediately, looking for a triple out here towards the ramp control. Does take a bit of a dink back, and it will be JKS. They're taking up Katie elsewhere on the map. Flom will find one trade. It's JKS facing in towards the position actually, but they're getting the 3-on-2 advantage for 100 Thieves.
Oh, Jacob just brings that right back as a very far forward into overextending an aggressive play, and Jacob's able to get a couple of kills on the return. And now for Davey and Flom, they've got to make a choice here, Jay. Do they want to go back to the B bomb site, continue their presence to A? Because for 100 Thieves, they're pretty much gamble stacked up B. A's completely open.
Yeah, they've misread this rotation. They saw the two T-side players rotating back from ramp, and now assume it's going to be a quick B hit, but the bomb plant will come through, and Davy's going to be allowed all this control right up to the back of the A site, and looking to push even further out towards CT spawn as well. There are a couple of CTs already up to position here, going to try and force Flom away. Davy keeping his eyes on the back line, and might catch his player at oranges. Sees a second man also out to the alleyway position. Davy's in such a powerful spot. They're going to get Flom for one good frag. Tap on the bomb. They think that he's all rare. Davy's got such a powerful position. He plays for the Ring of Roses. He takes the fight, but couldn't make anything of his backstab. 100 Thieves had all their backs turned, but still they come up with the pistol round.
Yeah, look, unfortunate there for Davey, and look, he needed Flom to be able to distract for longer. You saw a really big backstab play coming in. He didn't want to fire away. He wanted to try and waste the time as long as possible. But look at Jacob tapping away with that USP. 100 Thieves, a little bit surprised that the gamble rotation up to the A bomb site, it allows the bomb plan to go through for Mythic, so they can force by going into that second round. But even in this sort of odd positioning from the CT side, Jay, they still get that retake together pretty cleanly.
Flom comes up again. Azza takes him down to start things off. The Galil straight in, Azza straight out. An opening frag found by the T side. Faction will trade back at least, follow suit with some more bank damage trading back and forth between him and Flom. All in all, a slight HP advantage for the CT side. Of course, with the weapon advantage combined means that 100 Thieves are on the foot. 4-on-4 for the moment. Mythic still prodding at the B site.
4-on-4. You've got to think for Mythic, they had that opening man advantage, but traded right from Gratisfaction. And Davy's just waiting for aggression from the B stairs. And we've certainly seen from 100 Thieves, at least in the early round, a bit of aggression. We saw Azza in the pistol getting very aggressive from ramp. And we saw him overextending through mid to get taken out. But now we're getting later into the round. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of movement on this CT side. Mythic's starting to take a little bit of mid control.
UMP out to the mid control for JKS to respond it. The boost up from Mythic does not see any contact to the stack position. 40 seconds, and they're going to need to make their way in soon. Only Liaz here to the B side, so a convergence split in with player also downstairs could be a good call. Smoke out towards A phase, and Liaz will get overwhelmed. Katie with the kill. 4v3 scenario for 100 Thieves. Back towards the A site is not going to work out for them.
A single kit and only a flashbang, Jay, and a mad disadvantage. This retake's going to be very, very tough. And if they don't get a kill within the next sort of 5 or 10 seconds, I think they might just opt for the save here, Jay. A great utility from Mythic trying to force at least the CTs to waste as much time as possible trying to get this retake together.
Poland, Krag on towards Gratz, gets Jacob as well, and JKS in a 1-on-4 scenario. The M4 out towards the mid position, looking onto the back lines as well, hoping to catch some sort of information, trying to catch some sort of frag back, but no exits will be found by him. He's just left to save his head Kevlar, his kit, and his M4. For Mythic to respond very early on with the force buy.
Yeah, beautiful round there coming out from Mythic. They really only take damage onto Poland and Flom. Outside of that, they did really, really good to be able to convert that round. You saw the slow walk out from mid. JKS was really the only player that was just dual peeking. A Mythic. Get that round together. Again, they use some utility really deep into towards the CT spawn to slow down that retake as much as possible. Now, 100 Thieves have to be on a force buy of their own, Jay. Maybe a little bit more aggression to come out from the CT side, especially with 2 players around the B stand.
Force back from 100 Thieves here on the CT side. Obviously going to come up with his hand cannons and the M4s, the SMG for Azza in play. Jacob takes some early damage as Mythic force the issue, of course. Control back JKS. We'll put that M4 on towards a good frag. Katie to go down early. Dren follows suit onto Azza. 4-on-4 situation, but 100 Thieves doing quite significant HP damage onto Poland and Dren. They're going to hit the walls to be knee sight, and the Deagles are still tapping their way through. Look at the level of health we have on both teams here. The Emperor JKS can come through, take out Davey. The Molotov will fall to the other, but he still gets a good shot on a Dren. Now 2 standing. Poland finally comes up with a trade and blind through smokes. They get a couple kills, but Gratisfaction continues his 2K on the backstab to get 2 on the board of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, look, scrappy round there coming out from Mythic, Jay. 100 Thieves, the rotations came in really, really quickly to the A bomb side, and you just saw, or the B bomb side, I should say, you just saw that the 100 Thieves were playing behind that utility. We saw a couple of Molotovs going down for the T side, the Deagles just doing so much damage, allowing the wraparound to come out from Gratisfaction towards the B stairs. 100 Thieves back on the board. Mythic, they're now on a force buy, Jay. This could go back and forward quite some time.
JKS is taking 2 quick frags, bomb trades. Katie follows suit with a 3-on-3 scenario, and Mythic very quick into this ramp control. Still lose the player advantage here. 1 more to fall. Katie spraying through, trying to get it back, but Gratisfaction with that frag, leaving all to Adrenaline 1 versus 3. Matt 10 comes suit, does get a AK picked up, but can't escape Liaz's control, so the spray through does get secured. 3-1 on the board for 100 Thieves.
Dren there, he had the bomb on his back, Chase. He was trying to see if he could push down ramp, maybe go over to the B site, but unfortunately, just can't quite get that timing. And no bomb plan for Mythic means no force buy potential can come back. It should be a pretty light eco, not many investments. Some Deagles and some P250s. And a couple of PP Bisons, man. I tell you what, we have really seen this weapon come out of nowhere in these last few months, Jay.
I feel like it's starting to become less of a meme weapon than it really was.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Case in point. Jake is straight in with 2 frags. It is against an anti-eco, so headshots do apply with the Bison. And look at him pressing towards a 3rd player. Back towards the spawn. Jacob does 4. And JKS and Azza will swing back. They can secure. Actually, they can't secure a bomb plant. The bomb's flying up on the actual side itself. Grat sees that. 1 continue making their way in, but it can make its way towards A, actually. So, as a Dren falls, Davey will get some bonus cash here for the T side.
Not bad at all coming out for Davey. Bomb plan. 100 Thieves are going to be pretty quick to rotate in. And they'll know straight away. Davey trying to progress as far forward as possible. P250 isn't going to find anything. It's the AK of Gratisfaction to close out a 4th round for 100 Thieves. I tell you what, Jay, for Mythic, they get away with a couple of kills and a bomb plant with 2 Deagles and a couple of P250s. That is a pretty successful round for Mythic.
Pretty impressive round there for Mythic. Again, to be able to sneak that in when they had nothing to work with for all intents and purposes. It was a basic eco round, you know, P250s at best, like, you know, minimal investment, so bomb plant sustained, and a tactical pause will be called in. Obviously, having a bit of hit and miss success so far in the early game. They got that conversion to return, but 100 Thieves pounced right back, and in the 4-1 scenario, Mythic will have their first major rifle round out to play for here. AKs across the board. Davey could afford the orb. There are options. The tactical pause will come in to try and discuss those.
Yeah, does he want to drop an AWP over to Flom? I know, at least for Mythic, we've seen that AWP being chucked around a fair bit between this side. It seems like a Dren and Flom are the 2 players that like to pick it up. But they're opting against it, Jay, on the T side. Just want the AKs instead. 100 Thieves. Still got Azza on an MP9. Jacob picking up the AWP. This is a little bit unorthodox. Maybe just trying to go for an early ramp pick and pass it back over to Gratisfaction. He certainly heard the utility. I'm not sure how many players he would have seen there, though, Jay.
The nades do go on to the general positions here for Jacob, so Flom will take the damage. As wallbang is getting real close to the marker. I don't know if you can actually wallbang below those blocks there, but they'll try it for it. Incendiaries will force them back because someone's on low HP. Poland does come up with a kill against JKS, and Gratisfaction hides behind the sandbags. He knows that they think they've cleared this position out, so if they re-aggress, they could catch them off guard. Davey gets Azza elsewhere on the other side of the map. It's a 5v3 situation here.
Oh, Davey again, 2 kills, and Liaz is just aggressing out through mid. Gratisfaction's going to at least find a couple of kills, but Jacob now needs to get involved. 1 versus 2, they can bring that bomb quickly over to the B bomb side, and that's exactly what Adren's got in mind.
Yeah, straight up and out with the AK. Davey's watching the counter rotations that Eagle faces forward. The AWP's on his back. And the utility drives them both away. Jacob's best play at this stage is to save. And yeah, he gets out of dodge here, so a second to the board of Mythic. A pretty good alert from Davey in particular, actually, is what really opened up the site. 100 Thieves getting a bit too overly aggressive, I feel like, over on the B play.
Yeah, look, Davey did some work. Getting a couple of kills of the mid players aggressing, trying to get some info. Mythic. It all started off with that opening man advantage. Again, a little bit interesting to see Jacob picking up that AWP. You don't see him AWP too often for this side. 2 on the board for the Mythic camp. And, well, you look at the money and you think, right, they can sort of buy around it. I mean, Azza can drop a weapon over his teammate. JKS can buy himself. And they're actually going double AWPs into round 7. I did not see this coming.
Big green guns across the board. 100 Thieves, a very heavy investment coming through. Saving that AWP did get that option together, but Liaz is still going to have to tank it. Deagle in. Not much else, not even head Kevlar for the man. It won't affect him too much. They've got AK, so probably just shows you how low the money really is for 100 Thieves. Adds up. Close range against Flom. We'll get KT in the back lines. The AK will get the trade. Poland follow suit on towards Jacob next. And now Gratz and JKS here to defend on the A site. Liaz will try and join them from the mid position, but they've done enough to do the damage. And as they lean in towards the mid control as well, they can split back into the B site.
I mean, I haven't really seen 100 Thieves taking any kind of deep ramp control, Jay. Mythic have done a really good job time after time of being able to access this ramp relatively easily. I saw Azza finding that opening kill, and even for the T's, they just cut off the rotations, complete mid-control to come through. The peak going to come in for Adren. Liaz is going to be able to at least find 1 on the Deagle. But that B bomb site's been opened up countless times. JKS is going to make it a 2 versus 2, and Mythic were in a really great position, but now it's starting to fall apart, Jay.
100 Thieves can still recover this to take out Davey. 10 points of help. He's covering off the rotations, running away at the wrong moment. He wins the fight against Liaz with that flick straight to the head, and the bomb plant will be secure. JKS standing alone now. Smokes up. Extinguish the flames, flashes over past Big White. He'll take one player, but the spray through on Poland is not good enough. Mythic with a third to the T side, and 100 Thieves. I mean, the entry frags are going particularly well against their favor. Like, they're really struggling out in the early round.
Yeah, they are. And not only are they struggling against these entries, Jay, but the lurk plays. Mythic are getting so much map control. They've been able to walk out mid countless times now and just cut off rotations from the A bomb site to B. Mythic coming into this with a game plan and executing incredibly well. They're going to, or should at least be able to tie up the scoreline. 100 Thieves going for an aggressive mid play, and it's going to be Davey and Adren to at least do the majority of the damage, but a couple of kills going the way of the CT side. Now they can pick up some weapons.
Save him into the next round here. I mean, I realize it's a bit of a heavy buy for 100 Thieves, but there is just enough to get some decent rifles out with the loss bonus. Now mounting to the 3rd stage. I've got Jacob pretty close to the A site, so it looks like he wants to try and get at least an exit frag. Gratisfaction going to join them. I'm going to go for this retake. I mean, be very risky at this stage. I haven't got a kit, no utility. I mean, a couple of flashbangs, sure, but on March, taps through, Deagle's on. Gratisfaction was getting killed off by his own teammate, but jumping right into his crossfire, and Flom on towards that ramp position. You're going to try to drive him away. Poland also out the alleyway, but yeah, they're out of time and they realize that they're running back to save these weapons, and the AKs will get carried into a next round. A decent round here from 100 Thieves, considering they only had pistols.
Yeah, not bad at all. A couple of AKs means that two players don't have to invest going into that next round. And it's going to make the buy a little bit easier too. When you look at the money for Jacob and Gratisfaction, you were thinking, oh, right, they can, get away with some FAMASas. But now with AKs, it means that a full buy is going to be able to come through. They don't quite have enough money for an AWP, so they won't be able to have that going into round 9. But I think for 100 Thieves, I'd like to see them take a little bit more ramp control, Jay. Mythic are doing a really good job of finding these opening picks and taking a lot of map control away from them in ramp and through mid.
The early AK out from Gratisfaction did wonders from this position last time he played at that Molotov. Should drive him away though. Smoke down to try and block it off, so all hold that control. Jacob looking on, sees that head and misses his spray. Very scrappy stuff from 100 Thieves at the moment. We get away with the early damage on Flom and Poland. No damage sustained by the CT side meanwhile, but simultaneously no kills, and that was the one thing that was hampering them in the last few rifle rounds.
And look at the utility now, Jay. They've got, what, a couple of flashes and a smoke. They put so much util towards that ramp position and weren't able to get a successful pick. And now Mythic could just run down the clock. And 100 Thieves, you've just got to think, in a situation like this, you really want to sort of be playing a bit of a buddy system. See if you can trade off one another. It's going to be a lot of dry peaks. Jacob now starting to push forward out for mid, see if he can get some info. But for Mythic, they're going back to what's worked for them time and time again. It's out to the ramp default.
Much later ramp default by comparison. They'll boost up someone on top of the big box to ensure the backstab is covered off. 100 Thieves have only JKS to the site to defend. Backup is quick to rotate. There's Faction and Jacob here. Out to join JKS here. The smokes will go down towards the main cross. They'll get a bomb plant out of this position at least. Maybe? I mean, they've got no nades. This is a smoke and flashbang to get them back into the retake of the positions on site. Again, Flom and Polden are heavily tagged up. Katie also taking a slight tag of her own right. The flash is coming through, and now they make their way inland. Azza, round towards the alleyway. The flashbang going to be evaded. That's actually a smoke, excuse me, towards the cross. Flash in towards alley. She's a drain completely blind. Gratisfaction has to get the kills. Leah's still on the bomb. Golan's trying to get the kill back. He and David will get some fight, but it's still going to get the round.
Oh!
100 G's of the smokes. They will lose all 5, but they'll secure 5 on CT side.
Alrighty, well, Leah's just going in for the ninja. No kit, hardly any utility on that CT side. They just get a smoke down to that bomb. And for Mythic, they did a really good job of being able to find a lot of picks, Jay, but no one was spamming that smoke. It's almost like they thought that the bomb was just tapped rather than being stuck. You saw those odds up on screen, a GG bet. Still heavily favoured to the 100 Thieves, even with Mythic putting up a bit of a contest to start off this T side, and they're going to take their second tactical pause, and they'll realise, Jay, with turning it into what was really a 1 versus 1 in the end, and dropping Leaz, that the money's going to be incredibly low on this CT side.
Second tactical call by Mythic, and to the credit of 100 Thieves, that those odds are for the whole series, not just a single map, so...
Yep.
Maybe they're accounting for the second and third maps are the same here at the moment, however, you just mentioned Mythic keeping pace. Only one round behind 100 Thieves, of course the rifles will come back. Still a bit of an awkward buy for 100 Thieves, getting so many players to fall is going to leave us with a couple M4s, a couple SMGs and a FAMAS as well, so definitely not fantastic for the CT cap. BKS will try to respond with aggression here towards Ali, but it's actually passive for Mythic. They're starting leaning in towards the main control.
Katie's just going to be that sort of one defender to make sure that they don't aggress down through ramp, and if they do, then she's there to be able to put up a bit of a defense. And Mythic almost sort of leaning themselves up like they want to maybe try and split into this B bomb side. Good opening kill coming out from Jaken, and that molly, it looked like it was going to force one of the T side players out into the open. Complete mid control really given to the CT side, and the opening pick going the way of 100 Thieves.
Flom on 25 points of health, Katie to full first. Mythic backing out of the mid control, back down the ladder room into the bridge position. Try to find another ramp default here. The AKs check the corners and round to the right hand side. flashes over, trying to bait in a rotation towards B. Again, there's a majority of players out here. 100 Thieves have relied heavily on their A retakes, and they're going to have to rely on it again. But as the flashes come through, they realize that in the last 30 seconds, there's no way it can be a B here. And now the real utility comes out towards A. Molotov's in. Jake and falls back. They are going to turn through the upper boost position on the back of the side. Can't quite find those frags. Once CT forces forward, Azza gets one kill. Davey will trade him. That drops the bomb that one though. 15 seconds. Liaz comes up with a kill. Poland drops Jake in the trade. 3v2 now making it one, and JKS gets close to turn it to none. And 100 Thieves do hold off on the A side defense.
And I'll tell you what, I think for Davey, that was a little bit too early to go for the fake util towards that B bomb side, Jay. If he would have held off for maybe another 5 or 10 seconds, I think that really would have helped the A players get side control. We saw that straight away for 100 Thieves, they were like, right, we know it's a fake, let's gamble, rotate everyone to that A bomb side. And before Mythic had even gained the side control, it was already a 5-on-4 retake at the A bomb side. There were too many players there for the CT side for Mythic to deal with. And now, Fast coming out from ramp. This is a big change up in terms of the aggression.
JKS and Gratz Faction are going to shut it the hell down. Plays out SMG for Jacob even gets involved. Jumping around the corner, getting a headshot. And that was a very quick holder from 100 Thieves. All players stacking into that ramp control, and Mythic get absolutely decimated for it.
Fine aggression with aggression chain. That's exactly what happens here. JKS has to pull the distraction away. He gets a couple of kills. A flying Jacob then comes into the mix. So many players establishing firefights out through ramp, and Mythic just don't know what hit them there. A 7 of 4. 100 Thieves starting to regain some control on their CT side. Mythic going to be down to an eco, Jay. Not a lot of money for this CT side, and more aggression's going to continue. These rounds are starting to become very, very chaotic.
100 Thieves are thriving in that chaos. 3-for-1 trade against these pistols. Adren taking some damage by a HE. They landed a little bit too high and wide. Eventually, Liaz will boost up, take the kill down. It's all left to Davey at the stairs entrance. Bond being left out in the lower portion of the map. Trying to take a flight to take an exit, but that's not going to happen for him. The AK comes through. That's 8 to the board of 100 Thieves, taking the CT half above Mythic here.
And this is the chance where I think Mythic need to have a really strong gun round, Jay. You know, get a little bit of confidence back in their court, be able to put some good rounds up on the board, because the last sort of 3 or 4 rounds have just been not one-sided, but it's been very quick from both sides, and they've been over very, very fast. And Flom going for an AWP over on the T side. We haven't really seen a lot of AWPing coming out from Mythic in this first half.
We'll see what comes of it. Both teams bringing the AWPs to the table on Azza and on Flom. It's 3 AKs to back it up for 100 Thieves, though, so there's a lot of firepower against the Mythic side. The AWPs in, looking down around the corner. A player up at the scaffolding and a player also at the sandbags will try and take face, but, you know, as 100 Thieves went aggressive the last 2 rounds, in this one they're back to passive once again. A large presence towards mid and 1 player on the B and A sides respectively. Davey's going to, I say it was 2 frags actually. Gratz and Azza will fall to the mid control. 2 1v1s being given up, and Davey wins them both.
I tell you what, Davey's been an absolute master out for the mid control in terms of entries. And that's the chance back in here now for Mythic. 3 players alive on 100 Thieves, Liaz, JKS and Jacob. And they're going to all start to rotate to the A bomb site. So it's going to be another gamble start on the Australians.
Jacob will get 1 pick back at long last. Katie goes down. He's going to swing back on the next player. Yes, he will. And Flom will punish him for that. JKS now left to the last player to the back of the site again. Liaz is going to follow suit with the second player on rotate. They heard that footstep though. Are they going to rotate off the back of it? 25 seconds, they do have to do so, but they're going to make their way in to the A site instead. Flash through for JKS, sees 1 player, completed when the corner was taken out. And Davey with the AK gets a 3K. Now Liaz playing off center of the site. They're going to check the corner. He'll get 1 spray, but no more than that. Adren, the final frag of the round, and Mythic gets a 5.
And you can thank Davey for winning that round for Mythic. You've got to think that it all came off the start. He getting 2 kills out from mid, taking down the AWP from Azza was obviously a big element to the round. And 100 Thieves, they stacked up the A bomb site there. We saw JKS trying to get flashed through the smoke, seeing if he could take an early contact, catch them off guard. And Liaz just can't get it done in the end. So a 5th on the board for the Mythic camp. And this first half, it's been quite the contest between the 2 sides.
And they're coming up good for probably a very close end of the half, especially if Mythic get this next round. 100 Thieves will have nothing to work with into round 15. Both teams heavy investing though, so I guess that could also apply to the Mythic side of things as well. And the Orbs again in for Azza and Flom. Flom's desperately hunting for an opening kill, but Azza's Orb's been very passive here. He's actually pushed in towards the B site instead. He's there at the back lines of the site. And Poland starting to look for mid control. Bomb's yet to commit. Mythic playing out these defaults, hoping to catch overextensions from the 100 Thieves.
Very heavy mid setup though from the CT side. You've really got 3 players that can swing on contact. And Mythic, we've seen that a lot of these slow defaults lean to one of the players finding some sort of opening kill, some sort of advantage to work with. Where do Mythic go from here? They've still got a hell of a lot of utility on this T side. The thing that scares me the most, Jay, is how much util 100 Thieves still have.
Gratisfaction, M4 up is going to get caught by a small peek in from Davey. A very tight angle. He's taking 2 frags. Liaz finally trades him though. Needs to get his teammate in the back lines. Adren will take damage and eventually fall away. Bomb's making his way out towards the A setup meanwhile. Smoke's coming in, nades up and over. Adren will join them in a moment. The CT need to hold off for the moment now. JKS held back by Smokes. KT is going to get a kill. Poland's going to get naded back by Liaz. The bomb's been dropped for the moment. And JKS is playing quietly to try to deny this bomb at the last second. They'll plant back of white. And JKS wants to get down. He's a hair too late. With Jacob taking a frag on Dren, it will all leave it to Flom. AWP been a little bit quiet with this gun so far since he came out, and he's not going to get anything done here in this round. JKS with the kill, and 100 Thieves get another.
What a retake to come out from 100 Thieves. I love, too, the CT smoke that blocks off JKS's vision, so he can really just focus in on that alley position, wait for the rotation to come through from Jacob. They know where that bomb's being planted. They swing together, and Flom is just stuck so aggressively. He doesn't have the time to try and go back. Davey, again, 2 kills out from mid. It felt like that should have been a Mythic round, just on the basis of getting that early couple of kills.
Okay, and Azza quickly into the aggression. Look at how far this SMG wants to push up, getting so much impact for it as well. 2 symbol frags to a 3-on-3. Of course, the buy is very awkward for the T side. And look at the aggression pursuing from the other side of the map as well. Jacob down towards bridge, looking on connector, and backs up to the corner. This is going to cut off the rotation to Mythic. They're going to make their way into the A site. Jacob's basically won the round from here unless they go to the B site play. Actually, they've also got the option towards mid. I didn't account for that. So maybe a split in towards Stack or rush out A from the back line.
The thing is, the info's there. 100 Thieves realize it can only be the B stairs player out from mid. They know that it can't be anything towards A, and that's why they're bringing 2 players to look into this connector area. It's Gratisfaction and JK. Yes, Gratisfaction with the jumping scope, trying to go for something, and JKS is going to be able to convert onto Davey. Gratisfaction now alone. He needs more assistance from his teammate Jacob.
Close range, stroke in, takes that fight but loses it out, and Jacob's too late to get to support him. He does go down. Order the AK at the CT side up for the replay. Flom is lacking. Jacob's going to take the kill, and then ace to the back line of Molotov forces him forward. Poland's going to take a ton of damage, 37 HP, and tries to get out of dodge. The AK set back towards the stairs area, the incendiary on towards white. And the bomb in sight as well for Jacob. He has a kit, tapping that bomb once, going to try and force him out. He's up the stairs, straight through, doing a ton of damage. Poland's on 1 point of health. If Jacob had a nade right now, this would be round 1, but it's going to be round 1 anyway. Diffuse start, 10-5 to turn the half over for 100 Thieves. It's their T side coming up after this break.
Breathe a little deeper, fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. they see me shining, calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back. I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I love this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, Messiah. Gonna let it burn.
Show me an opening in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, oh.
100 Thieves leading at the turn of their CT side. Mythic were keeping pace the whole way though. So a moment of respite, of course, in the halftime now. The CT side will go on to their pistol with the Julies on Davey with the defuse kit set in. Run boost already coming out from the T side though, on towards the B side play. Look at Gratisfaction's position already. They're going to run boost 2 players up to this position. They have no idea they're facing in. And now Grats will take contact. Execution quick to follow from the rest of their T side, forcing them back towards stack. One plant can come in and Katie will fall first as Flom will go second.
Oh, Gratisfaction, couple of kills, and 100 Thieves want to keep pressing forward, Jay. Poland is going to find one, Jacob with the trade, and now it's down to Davey and Adren to try and bring this back for 2 versus 2. After Adren is able to find a couple of kills, Davey's trying to come in through the back lines, but it's all down to Adren in a 1 versus 2 to make this round possible. No kit, no utility, just Kevlar for the man, and he's on to JKS, but it's the Julies to find a couple of kills. 100 Thieves run boosting a couple of players into B, very fast, very aggressive, and very in your face.
Gratisfaction with these 2 kills. I can't remember who was behind him, but whoever that was, had a bit of a silly moment there in the top mid position where he just threw his pistol away in the middle of a fight with Adren. And Mythic unable to capitalize on that mistake, unable to make the round work. It's pistol to 100 Thieves, and Victory Row is calling. See the rifles coming out so early for them. 100 Thieves sparing no expense. They don't want the money. They just want to burst in, get the kills easy. Even a P90 coming out from Azza just to run and gun his way into the mid control. KT turns the deal on for a fight back on Gratisfaction. Does get traded as Adren is able to get Azza at least to the mid control. The P90 out of play. And a 3v2 retake onto Mythic. They have put it picked up on Adren now. And him and Flom. No kit though. They might not have the best of chances, especially if Adren goes down. Flom will get a trade, so damage being done at least to the T side, but there'll be no buyback from Mythic to capitalize.
Yeah, look, unfortunately, Jay, going in with the Force, they do decently when it comes to the trades, but they still don't get that man advantage and bring that round back. 4 more rounds is all that 100 Thieves need. Azza was doing a fair bit of work with that P90 out for the mid control. The Eagles did find some nice headshots. Another P90 being invested. Azza likes the P90. So does a lot of players.
Just seeing an SMG resurgence of Bisons and P90s. I just don't understand it anymore. Whatever the reasons are, the nade stack coming in from both sides, doing quite a lot of damage from Mythic to Liaz. 38 HP. Mac10 extends out towards CT. Spawn does get shut down by Poland. P90 swings in. A Trent's going to get a kill on Azza. JKS got to be careful here. They're running into the stack, and they're going to commit to it even further. They do get it back to a 2 versus 2. These pistols have done manic damage, and they may even get even more out. Grax Faction does recover with a 3K, but consider this, 100 Thieves investing in full in the last 2 rounds and getting 3 to 4 casualties each one.
I tell you what, my heart there, Jay, was pumping. God knows how fast, because really they should not have lost as many players as they did. 4 players going down to 100 Thieves, a Campbell stack at that B bomb site with a couple of upgraded pistols here and there. What an expensive round for Mythic. The thing is, though, Jay, even though it's an expensive round, they need to be able to get on the board here. Money's low in terms of reserve for 100 Thieves. It's fast out to the grab. Now it's Liaz with the P90. Flashbang perfect, though. But look at the spray transfer for Azza to find a couple of kills. But there is a 3rd player on the site, and that's Davey.
JK not trying to lean in to try and take him down with his backup. They now have info on 2 individuals. Davey extinguishing that smokes, and I know he's there towards that corner. Grax Faction will get Katie to fall on plant on default, and a Dren is there to shut it down. Orb still there towards Ali, no one read it.
Oh!
To the edge of the smoke, and quick scopes his way to victory. Now JKS alone towards Rap, a 1-on-2 bomb out in the open. Got to isolate a Dren, and Davey here has got time to work with, but the bomb is out of his control.
Needs to try and isolate these 1 versus 1s. He's trying to see if he can bait Davey into the open. That's what's going to happen. And JKS clutches it out. 1 versus 2 for the man. And he can pick up the AWP. Ops against it. I tell you what, that is one massive, massive clutch. And for Davey, he didn't need a peek there. He needed to peek on the contact of a Dren. He swings out first. It means a Dren then has to peek in the 1 versus 1 with the orb. And JKS, what a big clutch for 100 Thieves to win.
Honestly, so massive as well, considering a Dren's 2K there. Mistakes were made on the CTs, both peeking out 1 by 1 into the right positions at the right times. And now 14 to 5 for 100 Thieves. Bomb's already making its way out towards this stairs area as Azza again aggressive towards mid, running the exact same setup as their 2nd round here. Liaz with the Bison in play, takes out Katie next. And a 5 versus 3 scenario. Plant B come through. They have B-site control, and they're hunting for even more. Liaz will go down to the end. 2 frags for the SMG, though, definitely earning its keep. Adrenaline Swarm do get a couple of trades. Bacon trying to hunt them down towards CT spawn. And again, 3 to 4 here for the T side. Flom's got an AK. Azza's on 2 HP. This could still work for him. He's going to try and aggress, but 1 bullet will take him out. He needs a good spray still against Flom. He'll let him cross out towards the site, tapping on it once. Spray through. It's going to get caught by him. A clutch from Flom because 100 Thieves, all they wanted to do was aggress, and finally, they'll pay the price for it.
Oh my goodness, Jay. Mythic, I can't believe they win that round. 100 Thieves had a completely open bomb site, and they just aggressed to some jewels that they really didn't need to take. Mythic snatch a 6th round away for some over-aggression from 100 Thieves, and they're going to be kicking themselves. That should have been a very, very simple 15th. And now Mythic, they're back in the game, Jay. They want to see if they can bring this back now.
Rifles coming out in full. The bomb plant bonus will enable 100 Thieves to force the buy here. We're seeing the AKs out on 2, a Galil, a P90, a Deagle, a Dren already in with his AWP to shut down as of the opening kill. Mythic start things off on the right, but is this going to be the start of the comeback? I mean, they won't have very far to go. Still got 8 rounds to get to even standing, and of course 100 Thieves with 1 good pickup could very easily get towards map points, and even further on from that. So Mythic need to mount up an offensive at this stage. They have again found that opening kill here in round 21. Leaning on towards the ramp control here. Jacob's going to aggress quite far to find a trade.
Good opening pick to come out from the Mythic side from a Dren. Starting to find some kills now with this AWP on the CT side. Now 100 Thieves have got some pretty decent ramp control. How do they try and deal with a Dren here? Need some flashes over the top, or just try and dry peek him potentially. There's only that one flash of gratisfaction for 100 Thieves to try and get into the site. And Dren's going to be able to find a couple of kills now, Jay. But the bomb's still not yet planted. They haven't even got to the site completely yet. Dren looking for even more with that AWP. 3 kills to name. Flom's now coming in with the swing, and it's all down to JKS. They know exactly where he is. They can all swing out to the open. And Mythic are going to be able to convert their 7th. Dren doing work with that AWP.
Yeah, big frags, and again, 100 Thieves with the damage being sustained by them in the last few rounds are now down to 4 spy status. I thought they were going to go eco here. Tech 9s, head Kevlar. And there's an AK on the side of Katie, so if she places herself right again, 100 Thieves could walk into the stack. What's the play here, though? Is this just a rush to get a bomb? I mean, it can't be a bomb plant. I mean, it's a 4 spy. Looking to win the round outright here towards the mid-control. Davey is set in, the M4 backing up, nades up, they walk straight through the flames, and Raps, JKS, Diaz all taking damage. Taps through Poland and Davey, and a Drain and locking out the crossfire, and look to lock out the round right here. Katie with 2 of her own, and 8 to the board of Mythic.
I'll tell you what, utility usage in that round there was probably one of the best I think we've seen from Mythic. The nade in towards mid, the molly to start off. Flashbangs were just perfect. 100 Thieves, they took so much damage before even any contact was consumed. And then from there, as soon as they round the corner from mid and they try and fight the players in connector, it's just completely blind. They're so white, they can't see anything. Mythic now getting to 8 rounds, Jay. Couple to go for them to get to double digits. And for 100 Thieves forcing in the last round, it means it's just got to be an eco. Some upgraded pistols to follow.
Nades on from Katie, takes Azza. Also the first kill on Gratisfaction. JKS trying to sneak around here, try and catch a player off below the stairs. May get read upon here. I mean, Katie was able to adjust against this play in the last match that Mythic played on Vertigo. Katie does fall though, so Liaz with 1 trade. Adren turns it around with the AWP. Scopes in, does some damage towards Liaz. Next, Davey comes up with that kill. And they don't really position actually, so JKS gets away with another good frag and a second headshot. Bomb picked up. Where's he going with this? Probably back towards the A site? No, continuing the campaign towards B. Poland in the back lines, flash in, might allow a peek up, and JKS is just evading as much as he can here. Needs a headshot in and a chance back in this round.
He wants them to push forward. As soon as they push forward, that's a chance. Oh, he even gets the AWP, Jay. He gets the AWP through the stairs. Now this is so much more winnable. The bomb on his back, and you've just got to think, does he hold down the scope, walk into the side? Mythic is starting to take some mid-control back, so really, the site's completely open.
Imagine JKS wins this. 4K clutch in what was I believe a 1 versus 4, yeah. He has B site control. They're sneaking in the back. Do they think it's going to be an A play? They could get caught for a loop on this. Where are they going to look towards? Connector. They're going to go up ramp. No, they're going to split. Okay, no, they are going to go back towards the B site. Okay, they know what's going on. That's good. Now on towards JKS to try and cover off against them. Does he read the positions? He'd have to look upon us now. He's on, takes the Eagle shot to a 3K. Flashbang over, start panicking a little bit. Oh! See what it takes, Poland. JKS, what a clutch.
Wow, what a round to come out from JKS. What, that's so massive. It gets them to map point. And to think that that was just an eco, Jay. They only had upgraded pistols. There was 1 player on Kevlar, I think, of Jacob. 1 on 4 to come out from JKS. Flom and Poland coming in from the same angle. Flash over the top. Finishes off with the AWP. Wow. Incredible. That's all you can say about that round right there.
Flashes in, smokes out, and we're going to try and make his way up towards the A site, straight in with the AK. Sees 1, sprays 2, doesn't get that frag back, but he's going to establish early contact against them. Flom falls, Poland goes down, sees that player up towards the top of the site, makes his way towards the elevators, gets another headshot in, and rounds the corner with a knife out, going straight into the fire and the flames, dealt with by Adren, doubles up with the AWP, makes it a triple. Tech 9 close Gratisfaction though, challenges at point blank, and 100 Thieves in the midst of the chaos come out on top